Welcome back. I can't believe that I've actually made the number of videos that I have. So honestly, I got pink eye and couldn't go to work. So I decided to use the time that I'm home to pre-film a bunch and learn to edit. So really at this point, because I haven't actually published any of the videos, they're still all private, I have no idea if anyone is watching. So if you are watching, thanks, and I hope you stick around. I realized that I made a few mistakes in painting yesterday and the day before, so I'm taking my tan back out and painting over where I messed up. There's a series of little islands that are supposed to go here that I did not leave space for, so I have to go back over and make that space. I also went back over everything with my pencil, and I just wanted to make sure that all of the names of locations are written down. I don't paint perfectly over where I've written, just because the paint is logically thicker and I can't cram the letters in as closely as I can with pencil and still have it look nice. But it's still important for me to write them down so that I don't forget to include the name, and it's also a rough guide to make sure that all of my letters are relatively straight. I think it was in my last video that I mentioned having to be careful which direction I paint in so I don't make messes and drag my hand in it, and I did this here, so I have to just go and clean up that Y a little bit. The doorbell rang and it was the mail, so I thought I'd show you what I got. My sister got me a subscription to this monthly box called Take Care of Yourself, and it is so cute. Every month you get pins, a little decoration, some recipes, and stickers. And here are my previous months. All those little guys sitting on the shelf, they're good company. Break time over, back to painting. So let's talk characters in Wheel of Time. No major spoilers, don't worry, I won't go into specifics. Also, the books have been out for so long, so you should go read them, or listen to them, or something. So my favorite of the three boys, Rand, Matt, and Perrin, it's a split between Matt and Perrin. Easily the first 7 or 8 books for me, it's Perrin, because I love his whole attitude of, I just want to be a humble blacksmith. When can I go back home? I don't want to be involved. When is this over for me? Please don't rely on me. Where are my friends? They would know what to do. After he gets into his relationship, he's just so resigned to being in love, and the dynamic is hilarious. Just like, oh, I hate my beard, it's scratchy and I don't like it, but my wife likes it, so we compromised, and I'm keeping the beard. I also love his faithfulness to his friends, his reliability, and the whole relationship with the wolves and Tel'aran'rhiod, or the dream world, is just a really cool. I also feel like we don't get a lot of Perrin after the first couple books until his reemergence at the end of book 6. So the anticipation of where is Perrin and what's going on with the wolves really added to my attachment to his character. He was the character who I was looking for chapters that included him in. Like, okay, nice, Rand, alright, Matt, whatever, okay, all these other things are going on, but where is Perrin? Another little break. Having a blueberry muffin, and I'm just gonna finish my coffee. Coffee is very cold by now, but I really can't be bothered to get up and microwave it. So again, Perrin was easily my first favorite character overall, but definitely out of the three main boys. However, after completing the series, I really started to love Mat. It took me a while to warm up to Mat and Rand just because they were opposite ends of the same coin of hating being an integral part of the plot. Rand barged through everything with his mistrust and his trauma, like, no one can save the world except for me. Which is true, but his attitude the whole time drove me crazy. Why are these savior characters always so dumb? And Mat, with his hard-headed resistance to admitting his significance to the plot as well, was just like, okay, I get it. You want to find a bar, you want to find a girl, you want to gamble, but like, you also have to help save the world, sir. But again, he started to rub off on me, and him and his group of men who followed him, trying to be vague here, their pseudo-family interactions were just so good. At this point, I had to get up and stretch my legs. I saw Yardley in the window, just living her best life, napping in the sunbeam. So now that I've talked about some of the boys, let's talk about some of the girls. I just wrote up a quick list of primary female characters. I left out Moiraine and Swansanchi, so I just have Nynaeve, Egwene, Min, Aviendha, and Elaine. I don't really have a character out of this group of ladies that I don't like. I love a sassy female character who knows what she wants, doesn't let fear rule her decision making, and is willing to verbally dress down a man who stands in her way. My first favorite, though, was Nynaeve. I had some friends who say that she and I have a similar personality/temper. I won't comment any further on that, but I love that she was a character who was younger, strong, and when we met her, she was not an immediate, obvious love interest. Her character was not really based on who in the village she was interested in or a tragic past love story. She was just the village wisdom who was there to tell people what was what. I also appreciate a female character where their whole persona and their relationships aren't based on the fact that they are a woman or framed in the lens of I am female. People in general are more than just their gender, regardless of how closely they do or don't identify with it. I feel like a lot of male characters are treated with the understanding that them being male does add to their characterization, but that they also have additional interests and motivations and fears. Whereas a lot of female characters, at least that I've read in a lot of popular books, the female characters are driven by the fact that they are female living in a society that has expectations for women. And in this case, I feel like it was really Nineve's personality that drove her character forward instead of her womanness. And again, while Nineve is my favorite, the other ladies have a place in my heart too. Oh, just working on finishing this up for the night, and a friend decided to come up. Boogies. He's got boogies. Eating those boogies? Could you find a better place to do that, do you think? No? Okay, well, I'll leave you to it then, I guess. Thanks for the company. So this is how far I got today. This looks reflective because it's still wet. And I'm painting over some of my grid lines, just in the large areas. I can erase them, but it's just easier to paint over it with the same color. And because I use the color right out of the tube, I don't have to mix anything. I don't have to worry about matching. This is also still a little bit wet. You can see where it went over. But yeah, that's where I got today. It's so dark outside right now. This monster is asking for second dinner. Are you a hobbit? You get multiple dinners? Do you have something to share with the class? Got something to say? You say, thanks for watching. Bye.